Everybody, and welcome to another blog post for Williams Occupational Therapy. At Williams Occupational Therapy, if you don't know us by now, what we do is we assist people to get back to driving. We assist people with medical conditions and disabilities only. We offer a full assessment to be able to get down to the nitty-gritties of what might be causing the issues of not being able to drive, and then we offer tuition and rehabilitation to get people back onto the road as safe and as appropriately as possible. We also do modifications to vehicles, and we add bits and pieces to cars to be able to get people back onto the road sooner and more appropriately wherever possible. Today we're going to be talking about hand controls. Hand controls are used when somebody can't use their legs so safely or appropriately any longer, whether it's from a spinal cord injury or something like MS or a condition that affects the lower limbs. We're going to introduce you to some of the bits and pieces in the Williams Occupational Therapy car that we've got available for people to test out and to utilise and to see if we can get the best outcomes for them. So people can ultimately get that experience of freedom and independence back again. Today we're going to be talking about this little thing here. This is the Guido Simplex left-sided floor-mounted hand control. It's a mechanical operated hand control, and it's unique to South Australia, where nobody else has got this in their car as far as we understand in their car. We are very fond of this product because with the camber of the roads, the whole road slopes down towards the left. This offers the best mechanical advantage against working against that slope. The hand control on the left and the spinner knob on the right allows us to use our body weight to drive in a straight line. It allows us to be in a nice resting position, and it allows us to put our arm either on the armrest or up on the window sill to be able to rest this spinner knob arm. How the hand control works? It pushes forward for the brake. It's literally attached to the brake pedal. And then for accelerating, we've got a bar that comes around the back of the brake pedal and up into the unit here. And to be able to accelerate, we actually pull towards us. And you can hear the car revving there in the background. It's very light, it's user friendly, it's easy on the muscles, and we think that it's one of the best things going around. To make it work effectively, it's also got this push button on the back here. And the push button, you push that forward to put the brake pedal down, just like you would be putting your foot on the pedal. Push the button in and it locks it into place, and you can release it. So that means you can scratch your nose or do your makeup. We don't encourage that, by the way. But it also means that you can change gears. So we can actually come out of park, into drive, and then reposition our hand again while maintaining. So there's no reaching across. We release it, and then away we go driving. I'm not going to do that because we're set up to record. It's a pretty simple device to get used to, and it probably takes 2 or 3 lessons to get the muscles working before habits start to really form. Release the brake and then accelerate. So that's one option that we've got. The other option that we've got, which is a little bit unique to the Williams OT car, that we understand other people may not have in their vehicle, is a push radial, electronic push radial on this side. What it does is, most hand controls that aren't on the steering wheel or here on the left hand side are positioned on the right hand side. It's got a lever that goes down to the brake pedal, and it's mounted underneath the steering column. Again, it is push forward for brake, and you will find that on most hand control units it is push forward for brake. This one here, and hopefully you can see that around the steering wheel, has got a lever that comes out, and this is electronic. I've just got to turn it on and activate it. Okay, so hopefully this works. Hopefully I've activated it. It's push forward for brake, and then we push down, and it's very light because this is an electronic hand control. Okay, and what we do with this one is we rest our hand on here, with good positioning by our modifications team. We position it nice and close to the steering wheel, so we can offer support on the steering wheel to give you that two-handed support to be able to maintain that straight line driving, so we don't fatigue the left arm. Because with the left side of driving, left spinner knob, the spinner knob would be positioned on this side, and it offers a little bit of counterbalance. We can use the butt of our hand to press the brake down that way, and then we can also use the outside of our hand to accelerate. To be able to engage gears, we press the brake down and use the opposite hand to come down into drive and put our hand back on the spinner knob. If it's an Australian built car, the indicators are in easy reach of this hand control. The left hand can come around and do the windscreen wipers. We can also put this extension down underneath to make it even easier within reach, and have it in a really nice position to be able to make it as ergonomic as possible. So they're just two unique systems that we've got in the Williams OT car. The Guido Simpex floor mounted left-sided control, which we think is fantastic for Australian roads because it helps work against the camber of the road. It's in a nice ergonomic position, and we can be well rested for the long drives that we have to do in Australia. The other option is the other side, where we've got the electronic push radial control. Radial means down towards our knee, and push for the braking. Again, this one's made by Guido Simplex. And this is really light. It makes driving really, really light. And the electronics make it very user-friendly. It's going to look after your shoulders when you've got leg issues. And if we position it in the right position, we can rest and accelerate at the same time on that steering wheel. So that's it. Two products in the Williams OT car that you might be interested in testing out if you've got lower limb issues. And if you need any further advice, make sure that you get in contact with us, and you can just Google Williams Occupational Therapy and you'll get all the details you need. Thanks very much for listening.